For men, having an ejaculation can cause a sort of hormonal hangover that lasts several days, even up to a week or more. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm an instructor of Tantra, sexual Kung Fu, as well as Qigong and meditation. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so that you can magnetize your ideal life. Make sure you grab my free ejaculation control guide through the video description below. So how does ejaculation affect male hormone levels? There's a lot of conflicting information on this, but I'm going to share some research that I've found personally and of course my own direct experience on this subject. So what happens when a man ejaculates? A lot of physiological changes happen within the body. During sex or sexual arousal, testosterone levels actually spike. Your testosterone goes up when you're having sex, when you're masturbating, when you're aroused. When you ejaculate, the body secretes a hormone called prolactin into the bloodstream. Prolactin is basically a more feminine hormone. This is the hormone that allows women to create breast milk, right? So this hormone tends to make you feel lethargic, have some brain fog, you can't think as clearly. It kind of makes you want to just lay on the couch and take a nap, right? Again, it's a very feminine hormone. The problem with this is that prolactin actually inhibits testosterone levels within the body. So post-ejaculation, you tend to have very low testosterone levels. And this is very, very obvious by how do you feel right before you ejaculate versus how you feel after ejaculating. You know, when you're sexually aroused, again, your testosterone levels are spiked, your energy is very high, you feel very alive, your body's activated, your energy's activated, you feel great. And then after that ejaculation, you know, there's a bit of that contentness of releasing yourself, but there's typically this feeling of almost like being deflated, right? Like you were this huge inflated balloon and someone popped it, right? It's this feeling that you've lost something. You know, you feel that tiredness. Sometimes you may not even be able to connect with your partner. You may just want to like roll over and fall asleep. This is kind of the stereotype for men, right? And that's because of this release of prolactin into the bloodstream. And also your dopamine levels in your brain after that huge spike during ejaculation, they tend to decline below your base level. So your dopamine levels actually diminish after the ejaculatory orgasm. So it's almost this drug-like effect of this high, you know, this very short duration of an intense high, 5 to 10 seconds, that euphoria of an ejaculatory orgasm. But after that, you're at a very low level. You have to recover that refractory period, which for some men, it takes days to feel back to normal after an ejaculation. For other men, it can take a week or more, you know, depending on your health, your age. The reason that most men don't experience this, or at least they aren't conscious that they're experiencing it, is that they're used to ejaculating every day. You know, we're conditioned by porn to be overly sexually stimulated and to find sexual release by masturbating and ejaculating every day. It's very normal for a lot of men. So they're constantly in this post-ejaculation high prolactin levels, this post-ejaculatory hangover basically for most of their lives. So they've never had any other point of reference, right? And I just want to share a couple scientific studies I found that really prove the benefits of withholding from ejaculation. Right now, I want to mention that I'm not saying that you need to become celibate and withhold from sex or even, you know, masturbation. That's not what it's about. Men can have orgasms without ejaculating. I'll get more into that topic. So there was a study done in China. They took a group of 20 men. They were all different age levels, different backgrounds, different levels of health, and they split them into two groups. One group ejaculated every day, as most men do. The other group went, I think, like 8 days without ejaculating. And what they found was that the men who went 8 days without ejaculating, they all had a very significant testosterone peak on day 7. Their testosterone levels boosted by an average of 150% on day 7. That's pretty significant, right? So this study shows that withholding from ejaculation can really boost your testosterone levels. I've seen other studies suggesting that overall, when a man refrains from ejaculating, his testosterone levels are much higher, meaning he's going to have more energy, more mental clarity, more masculine drive. Testosterone is that masculine hormone that makes you feel energized, makes you feel like you want to go out into the world and accomplish things, right? When you have prolactin being secreted into your blood every day because you're ejaculating all the time, you typically have low testosterone levels. You're going to be a bit more docile, a bit more lazy, you know, don't take action so much. Maybe you have brain fog. You kind of like to sit on the couch and play video games, or you're on Pornhub every night, you know, masturbating to porn. These are some of the things that happen when you are ejaculating frequently, right? And I'm not saying this out of judgment, there's no right or wrong, but I think it's important to understand this information and, you know, choose for yourself what you do with it. Me personally, I noticed a tremendous change in my energy, my whole personality actually, when I started refraining from ejaculation, when I started retaining my semen. I went from being the guy who was extremely lazy, sitting on the couch playing video games every day, never able to take action, I couldn't even get myself to exercise. I went from being that to, once I started doing semen retention and going longer periods of time without ejaculating, I really connected with my masculine power. I became very driven. I started going to the gym, working out, building my body. I started studying, developing my skills, learning to become an entrepreneur. I had all this desire to create in my life, which is what your sexual energy does for you. First of all, on a physical level, you're getting those youthful hormones back into balance, getting that testosterone level into where you want it to be. But on a more esoteric level, you're building your sexual energy. You're building your masculine charge, your polarity. It charges your energy field, it charges your body, and it makes you more driven, makes you more confident, more attractive, more successful. But you don't have to take my word for it. It's one thing to look at studies, but it really comes down to doing it for yourself. If you've never gone more than a day or two, a few days without ejaculating, then try going a week. I guarantee you, you will notice some significant changes. You're going to feel a lot more desire. Your sexual desire will increase because your testosterone levels are increasing. Your energy will increase. So you need to keep yourself busy to put all that energy into something. Also, a really simple way you can know overall if your hormonal health is good or not is, do you experience morning erections? When you wake up, maybe in the early hours of the morning, do you wake up with a rock hard erection? This is a sign of healthy testosterone levels. If you do not experience morning erections, then it's a sign that you're hormonally depleted. You probably have low testosterone. In general, men who ejaculate regularly find that they have less morning wood, less morning erections, especially as you get into your 30s and your 40s. This is when it becomes very important to take these steps to manage your sexual health and vitality. I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to say you should refrain from sex or even masturbation. That's not my point. You can learn to have orgasms without ejaculating. Ejaculation and orgasm are two separate processes for men. I explain this in depth in other videos, so check out my other videos on non-ejaculatory orgasms. But basically, once you learn to do this, you can have all the sex you want, or masturbate if you want, without having that refractory period from ejaculation. So your hormones stay high, in fact, even higher, because as I mentioned, when you're having sex or you're masturbating or you're aroused, your testosterone is peaked. It's boosted, right? The problem is that when you ejaculate, it goes way down. So you can hold that higher testosterone generated from sexual activity without ejaculating, and you're way ahead of the game then. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you grab my free ejaculation control guide through the video description below. And if you want to really go into depth on learning the sexual kung fu practices to open up your body, to experience non-ejaculatory orgasms, channel sexual energy through your body, and be able to last for hours in bed without ejaculating, check out my 6-week course, Multi-Orgasmic Man. Put more information in the description below. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Have you noticed that ejaculation affects your hormone and energy levels? I'd love to hear. Have a great day, my friends.